Okay. Here we go, guys. My name is Jason, and you are watching Ray of Light Tarot. It is Hump Day. It's Wednesday night, and that means only one thing around here at Ray of Light Tarot. It means it's Hump Day. It means we're going to have some mini readings for you guys, and I'm coming on a little early. I normally come on at 9 p.m. on the dot, but I'm coming on a little early because I don't think I'm getting notifications sent out right now, so I want to give people time to file in. So I'm just going to run my little mouth for a few minutes until people get here. I've got a list opened up. If you would like to get added to the list, it's open, but let me tell you first how it works. So we're going to be doing another drawing tonight. I've got this little translucent pink picture here. Well, actually, I don't know if we'll probably do the drawing tonight. It depends on how many donations come in for questions. I've got 3 people on the list right now. I've got Joan, Erica, and Nicole. So if you want to get on the list to ask a question, that's just $20 straight away. If you want to get on the list to ask a question and get your name in the drawing to potentially win a free 30-minute one-on-one reading with me, that's a $25 love offering, or $25.25 is fine as well if you're a numbers person like I am. Whatever. 20 will get you a question answered. 25 will get you in the drawing for the free reading. And when we get 10 $25 love offerings in, we'll close it out and we will pull the reading winner. So you have a 1 in 10 chance of winning, which is pretty good as drawings go. You know, that's a pretty high possibility of winning. So it's a pretty good chance. And so you also get your question answered as well. So we're going to wait a little while and give people a chance to file in here. I hope everyone's having a nice week. I've been putting a lot of readings up. I still have Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Those will all be up in the next few days. I've been working on a lot of personal readings as well. So it's all kind of flowing nicely, and that's great. I took a little nap. My intuition is on point, and so that's good. How's everybody's week going? Come in and say, hey, I've got my apple juice, so I'm apple juice. I've got my apple juice, so I'm apple juice. Yes, I drink apple juice, okay? No sugar added, only pressed apples. Good stuff. Don't hate me because I'm a child. I hope you guys are doing well. If you're in the United States of America, I prefer that you use the Cash App, but you can use either one. They're both listed here in the description of the video. So let's see. Tonight, I think I'm going to pull, like I said, I'm probably going to wait a few minutes because I know that number 1, I'm on early, and number 2, I don't know if notifications are going out. So we're just going to kind of hang in there and let people file in. I think I'm going to use the Cosmic Tarot, but I'm not certain of that. Actually, you know what I might use tonight? The Good Tarot, because I feel good. Let's use the Good Tarot tonight for a change. Let's change it up and use the Good Tarot. Really cool deck. It's a little bit big. This deck is a little difficult to shuffle in the traditional sense, so I kind of have to improvise. But that's no big thing, you know? You gotta be flexible, right? In most activities. And yeah, so we're gonna just pull from the Good Tarot. And I think also, I know a lot of people like that vice versa deck. Maybe I'll use that as well for some clarifiers. But I'm gonna hang in here and wait for people to shuffle in. I apologize if the notifications are not going out, but you know what? The thing is, guys, when you're putting up a lot of general readings and stuff, YouTube's only going to put your notifications out so many times a day, and I've put up, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos today. So it's just sort of the nature of the beast. And so that's okay. Nobody's mad, nobody's hating. It just is what it is. And so we will just kind of patiently wait for things to catch up with that. So while we do that, I'm just going to shuffle some cards. Oh, I need to burn a little incense and Palo Santo as well. Burning some white, I'm sorry, sage and Palo Santo. I'm burning some white sage. Whoa, burning some white sage here to clear the energy from the readings that I've done today, because I have done quite a few. And, you know, the thing about white sage, when you burn it, it really does clear. I mean, I've used white sage to clear an asthma attack before. Like, if you burn white sage, it really does purify the air and clear the energy. But, you know, sometimes it clears energy you don't want to clear. So I would say burn white sage at your own, you know, at your own, you know, guidance, and at your own discretion, but also, really think about it before you decide to do that, because you might have energies you don't want to clear away with white sage. So if you're just looking to like improve upon energies and maybe, bring in sort of like a love vibration, or sort of emphasize that frequency, I would say then you might want to just do something like Palo Santo. But because of the situation being that I am going to be starting these mini readings in just a moment, and we want to really clear the energy, I want to sort of clear the energy of the cards as well from today, I am going to go ahead and burn some white sage just for those purposes, okay? Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you for allowing me to connect today to the energies that are in need of healing, guidance, and information at this time. And thank you for the clear and direct messages. Sorry for the noise, guys. Thank you, archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Thank you for allowing me to connect, gathering around me, protecting my light, my energy, and my vibration. Okay, and then, so now that I've done that, I am going to go ahead and light up a little bit of the holy wood. If I can find it. Did I just knock my holy wood down? I can use that. Okay. So a little bit of holy wood. And so, again, the white sage clears the energy, and then I burn the, oh, let me put that out, actually. It's still burning. It's in this tray here, still burning. Hey, Rebecca, nice to see you. I'm on a little early, just kind of waiting for people to file in, because I don't think notifications are going to be going out tonight, because I've been doing a lot of live videos. So I figured I'd come on a few minutes early and just kind of get started and wait for people to file. It looks okay. Well, there's about 7 people here now, so people are getting here. I've got a small list going. There's 3 people on the list: Joan, Erica, and Nicole. If you'd like to be added to the list, guys, it's open. It's Cash App, $RayofLightTarot, or PayPal. Especially if you're not in the United States, you can use PayPal. I prefer you use Cash App though. That's the preferred method. Okay, so we got this. So then that is just the way I do that with the white sage and the Palo, and that's why. So that's what it is. I didn't get a notification just like, yeah, I know. That's why I came on a few minutes early, because I know notifications aren't going out. So I'm just going to kind of hang in here, clear my cards, and hopefully, yeah, there's 8 people here. So people are catching on that we're live. But I do have a list going now, guys. Welcome, whoever just came in, to the people who have just come in. Thank you for being here. I don't know how long you can stay, Rebecca, but if you can hang out and moderate as people come in, that would be awesome, because usually once I start doing the readings is when people start to come in. Also, I'm going to start with Joan, Erica, and Nicole. What I'm going to do, if people come in tonight, I'm going to do some free giveaways in between too. So that'll be kind of fun. But I'm also going to do, I'm going to use something a little different tonight. I'm using the Good Tarot, which is a great little deck. And it's kind of hard for me to shuffle this deck, so I'm going to start kind of mixing it up now. But that's what it is. So guys, if you get added to the list, I'm not going to see my notifications come up right away. So you have to, sorry, can you guys hear me? If you decide to be added to the list, just let me know in the chat, because I'm going to have to, I can check it, but the notifications aren't necessarily going to show up on my screen. So right now we have 3 on the list. 2 of those 3 are going to be in the drawing. I'm going to do another drawing either tonight at the end of the night or Friday, depending on how many people get into the drawing. We want to have about 10 again, and I'm at least going to do 1. So yeah, this Good Tarot is a great little deck. I've used this deck before. It's called The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. And it's really cool because even the cards that maybe aren't like the most exciting or positive of energies are still good cards. It's just sort of a really cool take on the tarot. It's a traditional tarot, but it also has, how do I want to say it? It is a traditional tarot. It just has kind of a different take on the traditional tarot. There we go. So anyway, I'm going to, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Just give me 1 sec. Okay, okay. So tonight's going to be kind of fly by the seat of our pants because I don't have notifications going, and I also am going to have to be doing my hop on and hop off. I apologize, but it is what it is, guys. So as soon as Joan, Erica, and Nicole get in here, let me know when you're in here, and we'll start doing the list. Hey, Debbie, nice to see you. And for the drawing, so far for the drawing, I have Joan and Nicole in the list for the drawing to potentially win a free reading. So that's two people right now on that list. Erica, you're on my list for just a regular question. So, and whenever any of them come in, I will get started. What I was saying, Debbie, I'm kind of just starting off, kind of going to go slow here because I don't think notifications are going out tonight. So it's going to take a minute for people to get in here to get their readings and stuff. So I just kind of, I'm going to shuffle my cards and just be patient while people come on in. So yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. Hey, Nicole, nice to see you. Yeah, sorry guys. I apologize that we're not getting notifications tonight, but I did one too many live readings today, and so when you do that, it cuts off on your notifies. So you just have to kind of be patient when you do that and just give people a chance to come in. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, we've got a list working here. There's just 3 on the list. Nicole, I have you on the list, and you may be the first person on my list to come in. So I think we'll go ahead and start with you. Nicole, you're also on the list for the drawing. So if we get 10 tonight for the drawing, I will do the drawing tonight, Nicole. If we, yeah, I'm glad you made it too. Hey, Joan, nice. I'm glad you're here. And I messaged Joan and told her to come in. Sorry, notifications aren't going out because I've done so many videos today, Joan. Hey, K Moon, nice to see you. So, thank you, Nicole. So what we're going to do, if we get 10 on the drawing list tonight, we'll go ahead and do the drawing tonight at the end of the night. If not, we'll do it on Friday because by Friday we'll have the full 10 people. So if you want to get in on the drawing, it's $25. We've started that over. It's an empty pot. We've got Joan and Nicole going in that. And if you want to get in on a question, it's a $20 love offering. And I'm going to start with Nicole's, Joan, and then I'll do you next because I went ahead and had Nicole put hers up. I'm using the Good Tarot tonight, Nicole, which is a deck I haven't really been using that often, but I've got my hands in it pretty well. I feel pretty connected to it, so should have some really good messages for you from this deck. What does Nicole need to know tonight from Spirit? What messages do you have for Nicole? Okay, I just lost a card. Hang on one sec. And I'm going to go ahead and do, let's see, King of Water. Messages do you have for Nicole? Okay, so you've got the Five of Earth or Five of Pentacles, and it's transforming into the Love or Strength card. If we're talking traditional tarot, this would be the Strength card. This card is called Love in this deck. And then we also have the King of Water. Okay, King of Water. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Lovers card, actually. It's got imagery like the Strength card, but it's actually the Lovers. In any event, I'm getting the same message either way because I'm more interested in what I'm seeing and feeling from this. What I do see, hello, welcome. So what I do see, Jessica, nice to see you. So what I do see here is the Five of Earth. So here's what's really interesting. The Five of Earth is an energy of kind of being, okay, Tiara, I'll get you at it, and that'll also get you in the list for the drawing as well. Thank you. Sorry, guys, there's no notifications going out. Just hang in there with me. Okay, so with the Five of Earth, that's that energy of kind of being, it's isolation energy, and it can be like being left out in the cold. In this card, it feels almost like having come out of a period of a little bit of discouragement. Like everything seems kind of hazy. I was getting this, it's interesting that you got this card and that I pulled this deck tonight because I was kind of getting this message, and I didn't do the Virgo reading yet, but I was getting this message for Virgos because I was looking at the sun today and there were all these clouds just kind of moving past it, and it was like this haziness. So it's like there's this clarity. The sun is that clarity and that happiness and knowing what you want. but sometimes you can get to a point where it's like nothing's happening and you're not really seeing a lot of movement, or things changing or moving so that you feel like you can get what you want. So things just seem like they're kind of staying the same. And it can almost bring the energy down a little bit or cause you to feel a little bit not discouraged about what you want, but just not really sure how it could ever really happen or how you're going to get there. And what's interesting is what's shifting is this haziness is kind of clearing away, and it's like that those pillars are forming. There's like these pillars forming, and it's shifting in energy. The King of Water, it looks like this is a lot of the good tarot has this type of imagery of like the sea and mermaids and things like that. This is like this mermaid energy. It's kind of like you've got it's a very mature energy, but it's also a ruler, a king. And the water energy is also it's not like, we're not talking about cups or emotions. We're literally talking about the King of Water. This is like a deep sea underwater energy. So it's like you're going from this dried up sort of haziness to this really watery, flowy energy. And the thing that's shifting all of that is this love card. And if you look at the love card, it's not one thing. It's not one person in this connection. There's a real intertwined energy here. And I also feel like I really like when you see these pillars or you get the energy of like a doorway or a portal. But what I think is so interesting is they've come through this portal, but they're just they're on the other side of it and they're just kind of sitting there. And that's kind of, it's almost like they're waiting to see what they're told to do. And so what I feel like is the haziness has gone away, and the portal has appeared, but no one's even moved through it yet because no one really knows that it's there. You've got this messenger of water as sort of an underlying or overriding energy. I feel like it's that subtextual energy. So what is the messenger of water about? To me, it's definitely very detail oriented. That seahorse makes me think of the divine masculine in this needing to take some kind of interesting action or being pregnant with some kind of energy. I don't know if you guys know this, but the male seahorse gives birth. And so for some reason, when I saw this seahorse, I started thinking of this energy of like the masculine side of this having such a small role right now, but a pivotal role. There's something, hey, Angel, nice to see you. There's something he's got to do that's going to shift all of this energy. You've got all of the sort of accolades in this. You're represented on this side as the feminine. She's got all these accolades. She's got all of these jewels. She's got her crown, her tiara, and all this sort of royal attire on. But the seahorse, this small little seahorse, is about to do something amazing to open up this portal and allow things to happen. And then he comes out as the King of Water. So there's a big shift coming, but it's really not anything that you're supposed to do. But what you are sort of being guided to do here is to really embrace this energy. There's something about, I don't even know if you can see it. I can't really see it now, but I was seeing it. I was seeing her, there's a woman here and she's holding a child. Or at least it looks like it to me, like she's holding a child and she's looking down and there's all of this green. There's a lot of yellow and green. There's an energy of friendship, but there's also an energy of growth here. And it has to do with both of you, whoever this I'm not making assumptions here, whoever the masculine energy is represented by is growing from almost like a feeling of being insignificant, at least in this connection at this point, to growing into a king. And it doesn't take anything away from this feminine energy, but it definitely is a representation of equal parts where they weren't equal before. So that's really interesting. These cards are so different than the traditional tarot in interesting ways. Also, I want to mention with this Eight of Air here, you can see this angel up on the cloud and these falling feathers are falling, and there's 8 of them. It's just really interesting to me. Where did that go? I just had a feather flying around here. There's a lot of, it's that star, when you think of the star card, it's sort of that stardust energy. Well, this card, there's a real energy of each of those feathers to me represents a shift happening in this connection. And all of that blue and white, there's a lot of clarity and sort of purity here too. There's a sense of renewal. And for you, it might be a little harder than for the other person here because they seem to be coming from such an insignificant place, and sometimes that major amount of sort of unlimited growth can be a lot easier than someone who's sort of already done the work and already sort of gotten to this point where they're, you know, in their power, because you're not making any major strides or major movements. Sometimes the time goes by quicker when you're the one doing that. But what you are being called to do is really hold that space, just like she's holding that child. And as you hold that space, sometimes it's going to get kind of lonely in that energy, but you do have a reward here, because the biggest card that is here in all this is the sun. And the sun is that masculine energy. And it's also like a guarantee or a surety surety, surety, that you are going to see fulfillment in this, whatever this journey is that you're on. You're going to see fulfillment. And actually, you're going to be trading in some of these things for even better, more sort of, it's like a trophy, and then trading it in for something that's even more of more value. So things that you've gained on this journey, they're not without merit or without value. You know, they're here and they're valuable, and you've done a lot more work than the other half of this. But when it comes to fruition, and you both are able to move through this portal, which is going to be happening very soon. We're talking right now, we're in March, and this is June. This month is June that we're looking at. So April, May, June, that's in the next 3 months. You're going to see this sun energy sort of come in, and that's when you are able to sort of embrace a sort of an action-oriented energy as well. That is an action-oriented energy. The sun is that masculine side of things. It's almost like you're trading places with the masculine, but the masculine, while they stay in this sort of built up, regal, attired energy that you've already been in from doing the work, you then go into this action-oriented energy that really brings in some amazing things. So it all feels really good. It feels kind of very ethereal, and most of all, I just really like that it's, to me, although this does represent a couple, it also represents your energies and the other person's energies as a whole. And it's the ability to rest for a moment and to sort of let things happen. There's a lot of that for everyone. This isn't just you, but for everyone. Everyone should take something from that message, because there's a lot of that energy right now about kind of allowing Source to do the work for you. It's time to kind of rest on that. You've done so much, and you're at such a place of spiritual growth that it's like that Hierophant energy is taking over right now. Those pillars are being built and sort of hammered into place, and you can just kind of enjoy that energy and step into it. But you remember, it all starts in your heart and your mind. If you don't believe it, it won't happen. So it really starts with your belief and with your deciding to either believe in it or not, because we really do create our own reality. So this looks beautiful, but you've got to create it. You've got to believe it and create it for it to come into fruition. But I really like it, and it looks really good. Okay, thank you, Nicole. Okay, so Joan, I'm going to do yours next. Hold on. So I'm going to add Tiara to the list. Tiara to the list. Okay. Tiara. Yeah, very interesting the way that came through. Okay. Tiara to the, you're welcome. Okay, so I've got Nicole done. Okay, so Joan, Eric, and Tiara, you guys are going to be added to the drawing. If we get to 10 tonight, we'll do the drawing at the end. If not, we'll do it on Friday. Whenever we get to 10, $25 donations for the drawing. So right now we've got Joan, Eric, and Tiara. And Joan, you are up. Yeah, get it, Nicole. Just do the allowing. The allowing is the hardest part. I know it sounds like the easiest part, but the allowing is the hardest part. It really is. Asking my angels, ascended masters, guides, and ancestors to please guide me with a message for my highest good. Thank you. You're welcome, Joni. You are most welcome. Thank you for donating. What message do we have for whoa. Patience. You got the patience card. That's the temperance card, I believe, and that's the major arcana temperance in the traditional tarot. Okay. You've got some messenger energy too. So you've got the messenger of fire here. The messenger of fire to me is really just speaking about what you're going through. It's sort of that lighting things up. You know, it's like my great uncle used to work for NASA, and down on near they lived in Titusville, and he worked obviously at Cape Canaveral where the space shuttle would take off. And when I was a kid, I was like, "What do you do for NASA?" And I remember he used to say, "Well, Jason, what I do is I go up underneath the spaceship, and when they're ready for the spaceship to take off, I light the match." And I was like 5 or 6, and I thought that was what he did. I was like, "Oh, so you light the match that makes the spaceship take off?" He was like, "Yeah, you know, it's got the little fuse, and I just light the match, and I light the fuse, and when it gets to the end, the spaceship takes off." And so I don't know how old I was when I realized that's not how it worked, but and why did I bring that up? Because this is about like lighting a fire. You know, it's like lighting that match, but actually for it to really set something into motion and to really cause something to take off in a really good way. And so, yes, it's a messenger. It's more of a message than a messenger is what I'm getting. And it has to do with what you're doing. And you've got the overall energy of this transformation card. Transformation or transition, this is kind of the death card. The transformation card is about you and that expansive energy that we talked about that's ready to be receptive. If you're ready to receive it, you're ready to get this gift of expansion, especially in financial ways. What is that? It looks like she's blowing on one of those like dandelions or something. I'm not sure if it's like, you know, making like a dandelion wish or something. But you've got the patience card. And I think that this is not just saying you need to be patient, because I don't feel like this is so far away. You have the Six of Fire. That's an energy of victory. There's a hot air balloon here. It's a ship hot air balloon. So it's like this ship is not only going to set sail and you know go and explore and discover new land. It's going into new dimensions. It's like it's going into new places. And then your outcome is the Queen of Water. Again, this really regal energy, but it comes as the result. The patience is more about the past, and it's an acknowledgement that you've been patient. The transformation is now here, and there is wish fulfillment coming in. There's a need to be really clear with yourself. The Seven of Air is about truth. It's about sort of it's about inner truth and wisdom, knowledge. You know, you think of like there's a need for study here, and I think it's about some kind of a business aspect thing, but it's also because you got to keep in mind as you study and learn these things, this truth that comes in is coming from source. It's spiritual truth, and it's also helping you along your soul journey, twin soul journey, whatever the aspects are with a divine counterpart. It's helping with all those things. The transformation happens within you and without of you, on the out of you, on the outside of you. It's happening all over the place. And just remember, this is breaking down to a 5 and this is breaking down to a 4. So this transformation is bringing healing, and then this patience is bringing rapid, drastic, and radical change. And one of the things about the change is, if it's going to be one of those things that kind of lights you up or lights a fire in you, you're going to have to really be the one to decide that. You've got to say, okay, I'm choosing this for myself. I'm choosing to be someone who welcomes in this energy of sort of renewed hope, renewed passion, especially with that fire message. And also, you're doing it through a lens of truth and healing. You've got a lot of messenger energy coming to you in unexpected places. These masks that these angels are wearing, to me, it's like saying, you know, be on the lookout for people who come into your life that really are like earth angels, people who sort of come walking into your life unexpectedly with messages and with they bring that healing energy to you, and they're kind of just coming out of the blue. You may not really be expecting them. Not that. You've got this one. She's got a mask on. It's like a masquerade. And then with the Four of Air, which is that healing energy, does she have a mask? No, she doesn't have a mask on, but she has a headpiece. Looks like something the royal family would wear to a wedding. So there's just a lot of this energy of kind of looking for and expecting miracles, angels, and otherworldly intervention in places where you maybe have never seen it before or never expected to see it. You can expect those miracles. You can expect that stuff to happen. You've also got the Five of Fire. So there is an inner conflict burning, but it's not in a bad way. This inner conflict, you can actually use this to your advantage. To me, it feels like it's saying, even this inner conflict is burning that fire. It's lighting the match for the spaceship. Something big is about to take off, and you can use all of the energies at your disposal to bring in this sort of expansive energy. But it's just by choosing to, because you're going through that huge transformation, right? It's that transformation energy, and you've got all these butterflies in this card. Look at all those butterflies. It's all about you transforming. So as you transform from the inside out, that's when you start to do that expansion. That's when you start to do this venture that's going to materially be so, beneficial for you and so lucrative. But also, it really is about not even letting the things that you feel conflicted or concerned about get to you. Use that to your advantage. All of this is working for the betterment and for the better good, for your higher good. And it's not one of those higher good things where it feels crappy, but it's working out for the best. No, this is, even the higher good stuff is going to feel good. You just have to sort of shift a perspective when you start to feel conflicted about things. Understand that no choice is going to be the wrong choice, and you're going to know the best choice intuitively, right? It's kind of like that recovery stuff. Like if you read in the big book with AA, how it talks about, you just start to instinctively know what you're supposed to do next. You start to just know what the next thing to do is as you're being led by your higher self or by spirit, right? By your higher power rather than your monkey mind and your smaller plans. It's that same type of energy I get from this. It's really about just trusting that intuitively you're going to know the right thing to do and in a really beautiful way. But I love this transformation energy for you. And this is not far off. This is springtime energy, like seeing bumblebees and butterflies and flowers blooming. There's a lot of springtime energy, and we're in March now, baby, so it's not far away. We're 2 weeks away from spring beginning, so feels good. This feels really good. Listen to daddy. Daddy knows. Anyway, okay. Good luck on that. Even though you don't need it. Good luck. So, good. Tu comprende. You're welcome. Thank you, Joni. Okay, is Erica here yet? I don't know if Erica came in while I was rambling. We've got Erica and Tiara. If Erica is not here, I'll move on to Tiara. Erica, is Erica here? See, this is the problem with no notifications going out. Guys, the list is open if you would like to get added to the list. It's a $20 love offering, or you can send 25 and you can ask a question and get your name added to the drawing for a free reading. So that's up to you. It's a free 30-minute reading that we're going to be drawing for when we get to 10. We've got 3 so far. So 7 more, probably be Friday when we do the drawing. So yeah, the list is open. I've just got Erica and Tiara now to do, and then the list is open. But I don't know if we can expect too many more people tonight since the notifies are not going out. But I may have to come back tomorrow. Yay, Shannon! Shannon, you won too. Did you know that? You won a reading. I'm putting you on the list. Shannon won last week, guys. So she's on fire. Maybe she'll win another one. Did you email me yet, Shannon? I don't think you did. So yeah, Tiara, if you want to go ahead, I don't think Eric is here. So go ahead and put your question up, Tiara. Congrats, Shannon. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine, Kelly. Hey, Valerie, nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome, friend. How's you guys you're in Jai's class, aren't you, Valerie? She said it's been going really well. Is my twin consciously aware of our connection in the 3D, and does he reciprocate the love I have for him? I feel like I'm aware that we are on a twin journey, but I'm not sure he is. You may not be aware that you're on a twin journey, because usually one person sort of is connected to that type of energy before the other. But if he's your twin, He reciprocates the love. Like, you can't have a twin soul unless the love is 100% reciprocal. So that's an easy question. But let me see what comes through. I mean, that's an easy answer. Oh, good, Valerie. Yeah, that's awesome. Hump day, Broad J. What's up? It's Humpty Dumpty Day. I took a little nap this evening. It was nice. Show me what's going on with Tiara's twin. What's their awareness of the situation? Thank you, Kim. Nice to see you. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. I did too. LOL, it was indeed nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, 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 guys. Okay. It was yeah, I worked a lot today, but it was a good day. It was a really good day. So here we go, Tiara. I do connect to some real resistance from the person you were mentioning as your twin, which isn't surprising. Early on in these twin soul journeys, it's really, there's what you're going to notice is intense connection, whether it's romantic or an intense friendship. It's just intense. You two really care about each other. You're going to really connect. You're going to feel like you've known each other forever and want to be around each other all the time. And then something's going to happen and it's going to go, whoa! Like, you're going to hurt each other really bad too. Everything's 10 times more intense than just a normal relationship. And so that's not good, bad. It just is what it is. And the thing about the twin soul journey is it's marked by long periods of separation. And there is some separation I'm feeling here because you've got the 9 of air for this person. So this is, well, the thing is with the 9 of air, it goes like, in this deck, here's the thing. This is the good tarot. So these aren't bad. Like, you're not going to get painful cards here, but I could feel what this is supposed to be. This looks really beautiful, but the 9 of air is a lot of external energy causing internal crisis. So it's not good, bad. It's just this person is recognizing that they're feeling like anxiety about the connection. And I don't know if you're putting the anxiety on them by putting some pressure on it. I don't think that's what it is. I think they're aware of how strong this connection is, but their instinct is to run from that instead of give in to that, okay? Thank you, Rebecca, for moderating so much. So where your instinct is to sort of investigate this, find out what this means spiritually and give into it, their instinct is the opposite. Doesn't mean you're not twin souls, you probably are, but just like there's going to be a lot of mirroring, there's going to be a lot of ways in which you're exact opposites of each other, like yin and yang energy. So just be aware of that. Chariot, the world, and the moon. What is this telling us? This person, you are going to move forward in this connection, even though their energy is moving away from it because of fear and anxiety. There's a lot of shadow work that has to be done for this connection to come into what you want it to be. You're being called to be the Queen of Air here. That's someone who is number one in this deck, connecting to your intuition. See that owl there? That white owl represents you connecting to your higher self and knowing the truth and not doing any chasing. If you're not chasing, they're not going to run. If you're chasing, they're going to run, especially a twin soul. There's going to be a runner-chaser dynamic for a while in that kind of connection usually. With the world here, they see how intense the connection is. There's no question about it. This person's very aware of the connection. In fact, you've got the King and Queen of Air. So you're on to what this connection is. Like when I get the King and Queen of the same suit, that's usually that's a twin soul couple usually. That's what that is, right? And so you're on to what this is, and you're right. They are too, they feel it, but the moon is a lot of hidden emotions. So this person's not looking to really share a lot of their feelings right now. They're kind of keeping it on the DL. And it's understandable because these connections aren't just like your everyday connections. Soulmate connections, whether they're karmic or past life, even a past life soulmate is not like a twin soul. A twin soul is like a knife in the gut type of relationship sometimes, but it's also like being 5 years old again with your best friend and playing on the playground. So it's like one of the most fulfilling and just natural and no stress relationships. With your twin soul, when you're in a good place for those periods of time, it's not like you play a game. You don't feel weird about messaging them or calling them. There's no cat and mouse with a twin soul. It's very natural, right? And then when you're not connecting, it's very painful. So this is about feelings that are going so deep and bringing so much up in this person. They don't really want to deal with this right now. Not that they don't care about you. They care about you probably as much or more, even now, where they're not, even now, not all the way into this. They already care about you as much or more than anyone else they've ever encountered, but it's still deeply alarming to them, right? The moon is definitely hidden desires, secrets, right? But it's there. You've got the connection, so that's a good thing. You're being called to really come into balance here. You've got the Strength card as guidance. The month of August may be a really interesting month for this connection. That's a little ways off toward the middle of the summer, but it's going to be a really interesting month for this connection. You guys may have to go through some some energy of slow movement forward, but I do think you're kind of going. It's like you're not moving toward each other, but you're moving in the same direction together. So that's good. Like that's not a bad thing. It's a little different, but that's also more of a twin soul thing. It's not so much coming toward each other, but moving in the same direction in parallel forms. Like it's a really interesting, it's a dance. It's definitely a dance, and that's what your guys are doing. He's not ready to be pushed into something though, so just know if you push or chase, he's gonna run, and you're probably not gonna get what you want at this point in time. But keep believing. These connections don't come into your life for no reason. I've learned that. They don't come in for no reason. And even if the reason was just to change you fundamentally, that's a beautiful thing. So hold on to that, and I wish you the best. All right, Erica. Erica, is Erica here yet? If Erica's not here, we can move on to Shannon. I got your notification, Shannon. So I've got Shannon, and that's it. We got Joan, Erica, Nicole, Tiara, and Shannon tonight. So I might be getting to bed early. Shannon, you can go ahead and put your question up, or Erica, if you're here, you can put your question up. I'm trying to decide whether to quit my job. Oh, Kelly, I forgot to add you to the list. Thank you, because I don't get notifications for that side. Thank you, Rebecca. Actually, hold on one second, guys. I'm going to send Erica a message letting her know I'm live, too, because I know how to reach her. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that, guys. I'm exhausted tonight, all for an early night. Stacy, are you Erica? I thought that $20 came through earlier under the name Erica. Did you just send that? When did you send that? Stacy, I sent 20 through Cash App. I have a 20 through Cash App from Erica K. I just messaged her. Make sure you didn't send it. Make sure you send it to Ray of Light Tarot, not Ray of Light. This seems to be one person a night does this. Make sure, Stacy, because I didn't get that, Stacy. Make sure you send it to $ Ray of Light Tarot. I don't know who $ Ray of Light is, but it's not. That's not the same thing. I mean, they're two different names. Okay, Shannon, I'm about to start for you, sweetie. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. There's Erica. Okay, Erica, I'm doing Shannon, and then I figured you knew why I sent the $1 request. Obviously, was just to let you know because I didn't know how to message you, and you can't just send a message on Cash App. You have to either send money or send a request. So I just send a request. Yeah, Stacy, I don't have anything. I'll check again after I do these two questions, but I don't see anything from you on Cash App. So make sure you didn't send it to the wrong place. Guys, make sure you just copy and paste out of the description, guys, because there's tons of similar names. You don't want to get one letter off when you send money to someone, you know. So Shannon, I have you. So I have your question as you're trying to decide what to do about your job. Is that right? I'm going to switch over to the Cosmic Tarot for this. I feel like the message is in the Cosmic Tarot for you. I don't know why. Let's see. What's the guidance for Shannon regarding her job? I hope Stacy didn't get that sent somewhere else. I feel bad for people when that happens, but it's like, what can you do? Because I don't know if there's any way to get your money back if you send it to someone that's like, oh, hey, I just made 20 bucks, you know? But what does that mean for her? What is that? Okay. You're definitely, here's the thing. You've got to decide what's really, something's ending. So I get the sense you are switching jobs. I think there's a change coming for sure because you do have this Hanged Man energy, but you've got the, oh, okay, Stacey. We'll check and make sure, but if you can check for yourself, that'd be even better because I didn't see anything come through for you. The Hanged Man energy, Shannon, this is, your recent past. So this is saying to me that you've been in an energy where you're thinking of doing something, but the hangman is kind of staying still to get enlightenment, to decide what they want to do in this case. Then you've got the Ten of Wands, a hard ending. So something's become a burden and it's ending. It's supposed to be over here, right? You've got the Nine of Pentacles, which really represents, it's not selfishness. This is not an energy of being selfish, but it is an energy of taking care of yourself first, and going after the things that make you happy. What brings you happiness here? Where will you find fulfillment? This is about putting your needs first. And you've got the Hierophant here kind of looking at that. And this really, again, guys, it's really time to pay attention to this right now as we're in March, that transitional energy in March. A lot of the things that are happening in our lives are about more than just the thing we think it's about. So like, in your case, Shannon, this situation that you think is about this job, that it looks like you're switching jobs of some kind. There's stepping stones here. You're stepping onto something new. But what it's actually leading you to has nothing to do with your job. It's got the Hierophant here. This is about soul energy, soul journey. It could be about a soul mate and bringing you into something that is much bigger and more special. So yeah, the message is to follow your heart. And I do see a change here. I mean, obviously, Ten of Wands, those Two of Pentacles, this stepping stone energy, and this energy of really self-fulfillment. But you know what happens when you get your 9 Pentacles here? That's when the 10th comes in, and that's abundance of every form. The 10th is that soulmate connection coming in. So the Hierophant is looking at this and watching every move you make and trying to guide you to do what your heart tells you, because it's not about the job, but making the right decision about that and following where your heart's desire is telling you to go is going to bring in everything else on that path, or at least open it up so that it's easier for all of that stuff to come in. So this is a big decision, but it's not really about maybe what we think it's about. You know what I mean? So that's really exciting for you, but it's also kind of scary because when we realize just how much there's an impact on everything else, that sort of domino effect, it can make it even bigger, and you don't want to put pressure onto it. And I don't tell you this to put pressure onto it. I just want you to understand that it's in a really good way, it's going to affect other things. But I think the answer is, yeah, it looks like you're moving on and into something new, and just don't do it. Don't hesitate. Once you feel like it's time to do that, step with confidence. Okay. Well, as far as where to go, I think you are going to know, and I think it's going to be really clear, but don't let temptation, I will say this, I don't know what that's about, that little serpent. Don't let temptation get the better of you. Make sure it's a wise move too. There's got to be wisdom in this. And that's, I think, why the Hanged Man is here. And although the Hanged Man is more of a recent past energy, it's still here in this energy. So the Hanged Man is not bad. It's okay to wait to do this. Just make sure you don't Don't make decisions out of fear, but also don't make decisions out of being tempted to do something rash. This is going to be a well thought out decision, and it's going to feel like a stepping stone in the right direction. You're not burning any bridges here. It feels like you're really just doing, in fact, it feels like it's part of that bridge. There's a real line toward this path toward abundance. There's a connectivity to it. So everything feels right on. Look for subtle messages. You know, you're not going to get a hawk or an eagle or an owl, but you may see a cardinal. Something, there's small messages here, small messengers that are going to give you guidance. So really, and I know you do. I know you really take time to really contemplate things. Do that more than ever right now. We're going to do more. I don't know if you heard me. You won the 1 hour reading on last Sunday. So you've got that coming your way, and we should be able to do that this coming weekend sometime. So we'll get into that more, you know, then. But yes, I think you are moving in the right direction. I think this is a big change, and I think you're going to do it. I don't think that it's even a possibility that you won't, but I think it's important not to let yourself get tempted into doing something, acting rash in a rash manner, or doing something because you're just tempted to, you know, act in a very, you know, you don't want to be reactive. Okay. Yeah, when you said I'm gonna go get on the list, I said okay, but you know you just won, which is great. I mean, you have a chance to win again. But yeah, we did the drawing Sunday night when Jai and I were live. We did mini readings together, and at the beginning, I drew for a 30-minute and a 1 hour, and you won the 1 hour. So you have a 1 hour live reading. You're stuck with me for an hour this weekend, Shannon, or whenever you're free. I'll probably be available by this weekend to do it. So if you're free, or we can do it next week, whenever. So. Yep. That's why it's great to do this, because you pay $25, you get your question, and then you can win a reading, a free reading. So it's cool. Who else won? Nora won a 30-minute, and Madison won a 30-minute. I did Madison's already, and then you won a 1 hour. So, and then this time for the first 10 people, I'm going to do one reading. I'm not giving 3 away. I just did that because I took more than 10, so I figured I better give more than 1 reading away. Okay. Erica, and then Kelly. So Erica and then Kelly. Wanting to know how my Gemini, Jillian, is feeling about me and what's going on in our connection. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. I'm going to use the Morgan Greer deck for yours. Morgan Greer, it's a really cool little deck. Oh, you didn't. You did not. I haven't been pulling angel cards tonight for some reason, but you're entitled to one because that's part of the offer, so I should be doing it. So thank you for reminding me. I love these angel cards, you guys. I feel like it's this is really probably the most important part too. So I'm glad you reminded me, because I mean, you know, it's not the most important, but it is important to do it. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Friday, because I don't think we're going to get 10 people who donated for the drawing tonight. So far we've got 5, so we're halfway there. So probably it'll be Friday, but yeah, I'll do it on Friday, Tiara. So Friday I'll be on at 9 for Friday Night Live. Uriel, freedom. See why this is such an important poll, because that really caps off and answers your question about leaving your job, doesn't it? You've got Archangel Uriel and the energy of freedom. So that right there is the answer, right? I mean, you need to get help with this energy, and Uriel is the one to do it. Archangel Uriel is a badass, but freedom, it's all about that energy of freedom, and you have to be able to embrace that energy to move into this new challenge or this new opportunity in the right way, whatever it's going to be. You don't even know what it is yet. I know, isn't that crazy? Pretty crazy how these cards are. They do not play, do they? All right, that's energy for you. All right, so let me do Erica's question about Jillian and how Jillian is feeling. It is gorgeous, right, Kim? We love that. We love it. Okay, how is Jillian feeling about Erica? I don't know if you guys have recently had some issue. Jillian is either wanting to communicate some kind of message of love to you or apologize to you if there has been some kind of an issue. Sometimes this can be an apology, the Page of Cups. It kind of felt like an apology. Or it could be just a message of love. I don't know, because you've got the Three of Pentacles here, which is sort of a building, an energy of collaboration, which is really nice. Where are my cards going? Oh my God, I can't even see them falling all over the place. So we've got the Six of Swords. This is definitely an energy of you're moving into a time where the relationship is going to be able to build really nicely on itself, but it's like a calmer time. So it's not going to be like a hot and heavy energy. It's an energy of building on itself in a very calm and methodical way. It starts with some kind of a message of love, apology, explanation, some kind of an offering from this person. And we're talking about how this person feels. So it feels like if they're needing to offer something, they're feeling a lot of love, but they're not really sharing a lot of this. There's a lot of love being felt, but not necessarily expressed. I mean, that's how it is in these deep energetic relationships, though. A lot of people just, they're weird. We get weird. What can we say? Yeah, and that's a good thing. It's always good to give someone you love time, right? Let me see what else comes through for that. You guys have a building energy, though. There's a completion of that circle with the Three of Pentacles that's coming, and it's definitely like a new vibe energy, a new building energy. Four of Rods, that's a great energy of like coming together, celebration, leveling up even. There's the Two of Swords, though. So it's such a juxtaposition here. That's coming to an end, though. You've got the Death card there with that. So there is an ending to sort of this blocked off energy. And there looks like there's going to be some kind of an explanation or maybe even an apology if you're lucky. But most of all, you've got to give Jillian time to grow out of the Page and into the Knight. The Knight of Cups is more action-oriented. The Page is a message or something. The Knight is action. So there has to be an end to this Two of Swords energy that's like, I'm not making any decisions. I'm not taking any action. Once that comes to an end, because you have Death here to that allows a new beginning to come in. You've got the Ace of Swords here, but it's in reverse. So it's like a lot of things are happening really slowly in this connection. Maybe things, you might want to get a read either from me or somebody else, a reading once Mercury goes direct in about a week. I think around the 10th Mercury goes direct, because this energy could all really shift, because it feels like there's a lot of slowdown energy. And when Mercury's retrograding, I know people get tired of hearing about this, but when you're into astrology, you know it's real. And Mercury's retrograding right now, and it F's stuff up. There's energy that's moving really slowly right now. And yeah, if she's already stubborn, then that doesn't help. But Mercury retrograding is just going to make it worse. But I feel like there's going to be a shift, because somehow this person's going from the Page to a Knight. That's a growth factor. It's going from feelings and maybe some words to action. So how does that happen? How does this Four of Rods come in, which is that 1111 portal of like union, or the path toward union? There's not two people in this card, but there is a pathway. And I feel like that slowdown's got to be ended somehow. Something's got to shake that. And so maybe it has to do with Mercury going direct in about a week. But what I would say is you've got to be patient here, because this person does feel like they're already wanting to say something to you or show you something. They're just not taking a lot of action. But there's a lot of energy of that. People right now who are in separation, the ones who have some kind of guilt on their conscience or feel like they owe an apology, they're feeling that right now. Mercury is retrograding. There's an energy bubbling up. And hopefully those kind of people that are in that will take action, because if they don't, their lives aren't going to get any better. They're just going to get worse. And nobody wants their life to get worse. So it is what it is. Kim McKay said, LOL. Makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, right? Because it's true. Because it's true. Let's see what angel card we got. Oh, Erica doesn't do an angel card. Kelly, you are next. Kelly. And that's it. I don't have anyone else on the list. So if anyone wants to get on, now's the time. If not, I'm leaving after this one because I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired. I've been getting messages that I need to take external action, but I can't see the next step. Okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll continue this thing on Friday and really get down to business on Friday. Good luck, Erica. Green and blues. What is the next steps for Kelly? What does Kelly need to know, and what are the next steps? There's something that you've been avoiding doing because you've got fear, either fear or a lack of motivation, but neither one of those are good excuses. because what I was seeing was a tombstone, and it wasn't a warning that you're going to die, but it was like a reminder, like in 100 years, we'll all be lucky if anyone even knows who we were. Really. Do you expect anyone to know who you were in 100 years? Honestly? Who's going to be alive in 100 years that's going to really know who you were or care? If you're worried about what other people think right now, or you're worried about how this is going to affect your family or blah, 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 is it really something you should worry about? If you want something, take action. Don't stop from taking action. You've got the magician card here. This is about manifestation. It's about having all the tools on the table to get what you want, to go after what you want and get it. There's temperance here. So there's some kind of a separation here from something that or someone that you're very close to, but that's also happening for a reason. You've got to start pursuing what you want. And it's not about another person. It is about action though. Queen of Wands is also an action oriented card. So I'm not really sure what the next step is. Well, yeah, I am. It's what I just saw. It's about that tombstone and that knowledge that these things we worry about are not things to worry about. And this Five of Wands represents an internal conflict in your head, something that it's like you're going to battle with yourself about something, but you really don't need to, because all it comes down to, if it's a head versus heart decision, you've got to decide what you truly want in your heart, okay? And whatever your heart desires is what you've got to go after with reckless abandon and be fearless about it, okay? I really love this Queen of Wands energy, and I love this Magician energy. It's a really strong energy of, the Queen of Wands is different because she's one of those queens she's got almost like a masculine energy, right? In spiritual terms, the masculine is an action-oriented energy, and the feminine is a connected energy. It's a very psychic energy, so an intuitive energy. The Queen of Wands is magical, but she's got this energy of creation, of creativity, and of almost an action-oriented pursuit that is very much like the masculine. So you have to understand that you're being called, yeah, but I also have to respect his boundaries. It isn't just about me. Absolutely. You have to respect someone's boundaries. If you love someone, you would want to respect their boundaries, of course. So I don't think you don't want to do something that, I'm sure whatever it is your heart's desiring doesn't desire to disrespect someone's boundaries that you love, right? So you have to find that happy medium. And I don't think this is really about, when I talk about your heart's desire, let me clarify this for everyone. Your heart's desire is not another person. And if you think it is, you're on the wrong path. When we talk about your heart's desire, it's about the things and the growth that we need to go in. The other person in your life, the partnership stuff, that is a great thing. That's a natural end to a means and into a process, and it's a beautiful thing. But if another person is your heart's desire, there's some stuff about health, boundaries, and balance that we all need to look at. And we've all been there. I've been too in love with somebody else and not enough in love with myself before too. But that's not what your heart's desire needs to be. This is an energy, though, of you being able to go after, if your heart's desire does not have to do necessarily with another person, it's the availability of you to get your dreams coming true. Now, it isn't, again, that relationship is in some kind of a temperance energy. So there's a need for balancing there. So that the energy isn't balanced there. So someone's boundaries are a lot different than someone else's, because you've got temperance here. But what you also have in this situation, this is about self-respect, self-love, and the ability to expand materially, spiritually, and in every way. And as you do that and go after your dreams, the things that make you happy, those 9 pentacles, that 10th just falls into place, because they see what they want, because they see someone who's fulfilled within themselves going after everything they deserve. That's what the Queen of Wands is about, and that's what the Magician is about. That's Gemini and Virgo energy, and it's a very strong combination. I'm going to pull an Archangel card for Kelly. Cash App, I like Cash App better than PayPal, especially if you're in the United States. I really try not to use PayPal if you're in the United States. It's really easy. I think it's the easiest payment app out there. Yeah, it's just like PayPal basically, but easier. Easier, they're less involved in your private business. That's why it's called Cash App. You've got Michael, I am presence. and you've got Michael transmutation. So this is really good, Kelly. What this says is you want to connect to Archangel Michael because it's going to bring in your I am presence, and it's going to bring in your ability to transmute. So the energy, the things that you're exactly where that Five of Wands is, that sort of inner turmoil that you're having, that energy is going to be transmuted, and Archangel Michael can help with this. If you will take a leap of faith and connect to Archangel Michael in your prayers and meditations, you will see. Oh no, if you're are you in the United States, Julene? Because we're really trying to do just Cash App for United States people. I'll refund that. And if you want to send it on Cash App, that's fine, or not. If not, we can just wait till Friday because I'm getting kind of tired anyway. Michael. Transmutation and I am presence. This is really important here, Kelly, because that's going to be where you're going to see results. That's going to be where you're going to start to see the I am presence and the ability to transmute energies. When this starts to all work together, that's when you're going to start. You're not going to feel fear to take action, and if you do, you're still going to take the action. You're not going to. It's not going to be paralyzing fear. Okay, there's a difference between fear and paralyzing fear, okay? And you might feel some fear, but not paralyzing fear, okay? So that's important to recognize, okay? But that's good stuff. And yeah. So anyway, that's it. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Julene, I'm gonna let me go refund her. I'll be right. Do you want to get a reading tonight, or do you want to just wait until Friday? I think that's everyone other than Julene. Who was the other person that asked about it? Oh no, Stacy, you sent it on. I got yours on Cash App. I'm definitely going to do that one because that's what I asked for you guys to do. So that's good. What happened the first time? Did it go to the wrong place? You can tell me. And did they refund you or no? I really hate when that happens. Tell me what happened. Erica, you didn't have to send me $1. Erica, oh goodness, wrong place, but totally my fault. Yeah, but I don't think I wish they would refund you for that. I hate that. You can try to stop the payment through your bank. What's your question, Stacy? Yeah, well, I'm gonna definitely refund the PayPal one if you don't mind. Let's just keep it. We'll do it now. I don't want you to have to wait. I feel bad. I am tired, but I feel bad. We'll just do it. What's your question, Stacy? Ooh, you have golden energy, Stacy. That's nice. We likey. We likey. I need more apple juice. Stacy, so my love life is shit right now. Tell us what you really think. Okay. So my love life is shit right now. What's going on in love for Stacy? What can she look forward to? What's on the horizon? There's someone watching you, and it doesn't feel like, I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird to just come out and say that. It doesn't feel like someone's out, like it doesn't feel like a bad energy, but someone's definitely kind of watching you. You've got this Prince of Swords energy here. It's like they're keeping tabs. It's a love interest, someone who's really interested or cares a lot about you. It may be someone that you only see as a friend, though. So just be aware of that, because that's not a good thing. If you only see this person as a friend, but they're really enamored of you, that's kind of, that can be not so good, You've got the Princess of Pentacles, so you are being guided to really focus on your financial state of mind, your financial well-being, diversifying your portfolio. If you're someone who invests in the stock market, really getting it diversified. You're also being called to realize that you're at kind of a crossroads right here, and you don't want to get too caught up in decisions. Whereas I was telling Shannon to kind of not make any rash decisions, I don't know what's going on in your life, but you're being called to be bold and even make rash decisions because there's this energy of hesitation that you need to watch out for. Don't do that. Be bold, make rash decisions. Don't let yourself get that analysis paralysis, where you start to overthink something too much. That doesn't do you any good. Overthinking is not necessarily a bad thing if it leads to decisions and action, but there's this analysis paralysis energy going on here. You're being called to step through a portal. Like you've got a decision to make because it's A or B, and A or B are both, whatever choices you make in some things right now, they're both good, viable choices. And Spirit wants you to keep moving. There's something keeping you a little bit stuck here, this energy of being a little stuck. Also, whoever this is that's watching you, there may be two people. One feels like a friend energy in your mind, and the other feels like someone from your past that you may have a strong romantic tie to. Or maybe they're a friend and a romantic interest. It could be both. I'm not really sure. It kind of feels, when it's more than one person that's embodying an energy, it gets confusing for me, so I'm not really sure. I'm the queen of overthinking. Well, be careful about that. Spirit really wants you to move forward right now without spending a lot of time thinking. Like, the thing is, when you've got two viable choices and they're both good choices, like they're both going to lead you into a successful path, the worst thing you can do is not do anything. So make sure about not to do that, okay? What else with love? There's something else here, and I'm just not quite tapped into it yet. See, this is why I kind of don't want to keep going when I get tired, because it gets a little, the energy just, it's like when you're driving it's like when you're driving somewhere and the speed limit's, 35, and then you get into a school zone and you have to go slow down to 15. That's what happens when I'm reading when I get tired. It's still going to come through and it's going to be accurate, but it's like, it doesn't come through in the same way. It doesn't flow, I get irritated with it. So I apologize, guys. Yeah, so you have to really watch out. I know there's someone obviously that you really still are kind of in your thought or dream life. You still want this person, and you've really gotten frustrated because, like you said, your love life is shit right now, and there's been some real disappointments here. But you got to pick yourself up out of this, because you've got major arcanas here, the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Things are about to shift for the better. You're coming to this Queen of Cups energy, which is someone who really attracts what they want into their life when it comes to love. But you've got to allow this to happen. The Wheel of Fortune can't shift if you're down on the ground, depressed about all the things that have gone wrong. You've got to really get confident about your future. And that's, I think, why Spirit wants you to make some decisions, even if they're made in a very rash way, because they see that you've got backing here. You have source behind you. And with that backing, no matter what you decide, it's going to be viable and it's going to give you courage, right? And you need some courage and confidence right now. So you've got the Magician energy. That's Virgo and Gemini. Two of my signs. Virgo energy combined with Gemini, strong energy for manifestation and getting what you want, okay? You won't meet a lot of Virgos and Gemini couples too that aren't very wealthy. There's just something about that energy that combines to be this Magician energy that manifests a lot. And this is both of those energies in one, the Magician. If that's what you're going to get when the Wheel of Fortune turns, you want the Wheel of Fortune to turn. If that's the energy you're going to be in. So that's about love and everything else. It's about you being able to bring in love, money, spiritual centeredness, confidence. All of those things are right around the Wheel of Fortune corner. But you've got to start taking some risks and trusting in source. You've got to trust. Start taking action, okay? Good. It's good. It feels like a really good outcome for you. I just want you to be bold and take action. Don't be afraid, okay? Don't get into that fear energy, okay? Okay, Julene, I got your Cash App. So what I'm going to do is go in and refund after this is done, as soon as we get off here, you'll see a refund come through from the other one, from the PayPal, okay? So just go through Cash App from now on. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it, because it's really easy to use. A lot of people already are using Cash App, but I am definitely encouraging people to do that. What's your question, Julie? You're welcome. You're welcome. Good luck, Stacy. Don't be scared. Make your choices and make them with confidence that things are going to work out in your favor. Because they are, they are. What's your question, Julene? Julene. Julene, what's your question, girl? Okay, let's see. Show me what's going on with Julene and Jerry in that relationship. Why are things slowing down? What's the stagnation about and what's coming? Goodness gracious. Okay, listen. There is a cycle ending. You've got the death card here as an overriding energy, and the Six of Swords is behind that in reverse. So it may be a little rocky at first. The slowdown may turn into some bumps, but it's okay. This is good. I know it's hard. This is so important that you get this and you realize this because it's actually good. You've got the Four of Wands as an outcome card. As far as soulmates go, the Four of Wands as an outcome is actually good for the two of you. It's coming closer together and moving toward union. So sometimes you have to go through these sort of cyclical, it's cyclical, you know? It's like a season change, right? Moving from winter to spring and spring to summer. So sometimes when the seasons change, things are uncomfortable, right? As we get into the next season. So it's kind of like you guys are just shifting seasons. And yeah, there may even be some time apart, but it's okay. There is a hard ending here. You've got the Death card and the Ten of Swords. It almost feels like some betrayal too. It's making me get a little anxiety. So I just want you to know that if that's there, remember, it's so important to remember. It's so important to remember your perspective and your perception about this has so much power. If you choose to see it as an ending or heading toward an ending or something being bad, it could become that. We can manifest our fears just as much as we can manifest our hopes. We truly do create our own reality, guys. But you've got victory here and you've got the Four of Wands. So in any event, it is going to work out well. The King of Swords tells me that this part of the problem is that this person, Jerry, is kind of not in the heart space right now. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And the thing about that energy is when someone's in that energy, they're kind of in a logical mindset and they're not really thinking so much about emotions. And it's leaving you in this place of the Nine of Swords. So you feel like there's swords flying all around you. That's anxiety. So while you're stressing out about this situation, the other person isn't stressed about it. In fact, they're in charge of the swords. This person holds the swords that are flying at you. They're not throwing swords at you, but they're in charge of it because they're in a logical mindset. They're not even worried about the things that you're worried about. So the energy is off right now. And that's not always the case. This is just the case right now, okay? So just be aware of that. What's that? What's shifting this for the better? You've got a gift coming from the divine, the Ace of Swords. That's going to be a lot of truth coming in and some honest communication. There is going to be a reset here. The Fool energy shows up and the Page of Swords. So this person really isn't going to ever let you go. They don't want to be away from you or apart, but they're just not in the same mindset as you. You know, relationships, sometimes we ebb and flow, no matter what the relationship is. Sometimes it ebbs and flows. Sometimes you come closer, just like in friendships. Spouses, just like best friends, have times where they're really close and times where they go further apart. And it's whether you choose to stay together through that stuff that matters. And the Fool is here saying there's going to be a new beginning. Things are going to work out for the best, but there is an energy of walking away should you choose to do that for your best interest, because the Magician hides behind that. So when you start to, and he's in reverse, so when you start to worry that your manifestations aren't coming in because you're stuck in something, then you need to be aware of that. So don't like that betrayal. No, I don't see betrayal necessarily here. Did I say betrayal? If I did, sorry. I don't think I see a lot of betrayal here. Oh, this can feel like betrayal. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It does. Yeah, it doesn't feel like somebody betrayed someone else. Sorry. Yeah, I did. See, I don't even remember what I say because it just flows through. It doesn't feel like there was a like intentional betrayal, but the Ten of Swords, that card can be about betrayal. You know, like someone feeling stabbed in the back. So it may just be something though that because you're in such different energies right now, it may be more of a perception than a reality. So I think that's a very big possibility. You've got good things coming. This is truth and it's an understanding that's going to come through. Spirit's going to give you. And this Fool energy is definitely a confirmation that it's not over for good unless you want it to be. And I don't think either person wants that. But the big thing that I see that's really important to look at is that this connection has some really good outcomes here with the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands. There's victory here, and there's a sort of a leveling up or a moving into union. But it is really important to acknowledge the cards that I see. And the Death card and the Ten of Swords do tend to represent an ending that can be tied to some kind of betrayal. But this is more the ending of a cycle, not the ending of a relationship. That's coming through pretty clearly. So don't be afraid to face things realistically and truthfully. And you know, whatever that Ace of Swords is, the truth is going to be revealed pretty quickly here. It's an energy of divine feminine justification. So it's like the more you connect to your intuition and to your higher self, the more you're going to be justified and be able to manage whatever the truth is in the situation. But I don't think anyone is out to hurt anyone else. Like I said, he seems to be in a very logical energy. And for some reason, the fact that you're not in the same energies, it's feeling to you like swords flying at you, which is like anxiety coming in. So there needs to be some communication here. It doesn't have to be emotional because that may not even fly very well for either one of you, but just some honest communication about where you're at and what you guys are doing and what you want. I know it looks like there's been a lot of patience already in this relationship. Just continue to be patient if this is what you truly want, and know that you will get what you want here because the Six of Wands kind of assures that. It's a victory, but it's a hard-fought victory that comes after battles. So just kind of know that, okay? I'm going to pull an Archangel card for you as well. The Cleansing card is there. You've also got the card of Mercy. Metatron, Mercy. And you've got Raphael and Cleansing. Okay, so with these two cards, it's a time to have mercy, and not only on him, but on yourself, and understand that a lot of the things that are happening, Raphael is helping to cleanse things. There's a heart energy cleansing and clearing too. And that's about, I mean, Raphael's in charge of that heart chakra. Archangel Raphael's going to help, oh, that's Metatron. Archangel Raphael's going to help clear that heart chakra. And the cleansing sometimes has to do with old wounds that haven't totally been healed. That's why, see, things don't just happen in relationships for the heck of it, guys. Like, if you're in a relationship with me, we don't have some weird thing happen where communication gets bad just for fun. No, Spirit is letting these things happen because you or me in our relationship have some trauma that maybe hasn't been healed. And so something comes up between us to address that trauma and heal it. That's why I think these things happen. So there's something coming up for cleansing and healing, Julene, and it's going to. And so if you can try to look at it from that knowledge of understanding why these things are happening, why you guys are on different pages, why the ebb and flow is happening, it makes it a little easier to go through. So try to look at it from that perspective and invite Metatron and Raphael, if you so dare, into that because they will help you a lot, okay? And I'll get you refunded on that PayPal. Good luck. Oh, Kimber, I'm so sorry. I'm really, I'm done for the night, but I will definitely, if you guys, the notifications didn't go out, so we didn't have enough, like anybody come in to play games or anything. I just ended up doing a few readings. What I'm going to do is I'll be back for Friday night. I'll make sure that I don't go on too much Friday so the notifications go out. We'll play some games. People may win some free mini readings, and I'll also take questions. So just make sure, guys, if you ever really need to get guidance and I come on and say like, okay, I want to be on at 9, just make sure and get on the list early so that you know you get on ahead of time so you don't get in a situation where you can't, because I'm just too worn out now at this point, and I apologize, but it is what it is. You probably wouldn't get a good reading from me in about 5 more minutes anyway. That was, I could feel it fading as I finished this last one, so. Oh, you're most welcome, Julene. Thank you so much. And I'm going to get you sent that money back to you. So your growth is inspiring. Thank you, Kay. You're so sweet. I love you. We need to talk. All right, guys, but not tonight because I'm going to bed right now. Bye, guys.